Well, the trial of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has begun in New York, and it's already off to an explosive start. The jury hearing stories of violence, coercion, extortion and disturbingly lurid details all on just the first day. And a warning, some of what you're about to hear is distressing.
This is Sean Combs. During this trial, you are going to hear about 20 years
He tried to
of
run
the
out the
defendant's
front door.
crimes, but he grabbed her in a chokehold, lifted her by the neck, and kicked
case
her
is
to the
not
ground.
about
a celebrity's private sexual preferences. It's coercive and criminal.
The opening argument laid out the state's case against Sean Diddy Combs, that he used his considerable power to abuse women and men with sex, violence and drugs.
I talked to him yesterday. I mean, he's engaged. He's ready to go. He's ready to put on his defence.
Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that include racketeering and sex trafficking. His lawyer claiming he is a flawed and even violent person, but not guilty of these crimes.
It is not evidence of sex trafficking. It is evidence of domestic violence. This case is about love, jealousy, infidelity, and money. Sean Combs is a complicated man, but this is not a complicated case.
On day one, the jury heard explicit and lurid details of the rapper's so-called freak-offs, allegedly forcing women into sexual performances that involved drugs, voyeurism, baby oil and urination.
The prosecution painted Diddy as a violent, jealous man.
The start of the trial focused on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie Ventura, 17 years his junior. The prosecution alleging Combs would beat and abuse her for the smallest slights.
So that's going to be the question these jurors have to grapple with. If these women were in fact being coerced, why didn't they say something sooner? Why didn't they report it?
The first witness was Israel Flores, a security guard at the hotel where this video took place. The video played on repeat for the jury. He claimed he saw Ventura with a purple eye, that Combs wouldn't let her leave, and that Combs offered Flores cash to keep it secret.
So what does that show? That shows that Diddy has a propensity for violence, that he's trying to potentially hide the act.
The second witness, Daniel Phillip, said he was paid thousands of dollars on multiple occasions to have sex with Ventura while Combs watched.
Cassie is expected to be one of the first witnesses on the stand as the trial continues.
She is expected to lay out for jurors her side of her relationship with Combs. We're expecting it to likely be pretty emotional as we hear from her.
Trial's just beginning. Today is day one.
Lauren Conlon is the host of Pop Crime TV and was inside the courtroom today. Lauren, just hearing the details summarised like that has been disturbing enough. What was it like hearing the allegations firsthand?
It was pretty hard to listen to. I mean, just being there and having to see Diddy's family and his children listen with both ears as he allegedly did certain things to these women. And at one point, he appeared to give his mother a thumbs up. He smiled at his kids. He was flipping through a Bible at another point. He appeared to be nervous at the very beginning, and he asked the judge for water. And I remember specifically that when the jury walked in, he did not take his eyes off of them. He was just locked in. But I thought it was very interesting when the witness testimony was given and when the opening statements were given, and he was hearing all these things, again, that he allegedly did violent things, very vile things, things that you wouldn't want your family, let alone the public, to hear about. He was very stoic. I did not see a whole lot of expression. He just kind of seemed to sit there and watch and lean back a bit in his chair.
Cassie Ventura is a former girlfriend of his. Why is her treatment so significant to the prosecution?
Well, who better to testify here about Sean Combs' alleged crimes and alleged criminal enterprise than his former girlfriend of almost 2 decades? And Cassie Ventura was actually the first one to come forward in 2023 with this explosive civil lawsuit that details a lot of the allegations that we're about to hear. And I don't just mean sex trafficking. In Cassie's original lawsuit, she talked about how Diddy was jealous, and when he was jealous, he allegedly blew up a man's car that she was dating. We actually know this man to be Kid Cudi. He has come out and said this. We don't know if Kid Cudi is going to be on the stand or not, but she should have evidence of sex trafficking and the RICO charge.
Very quickly, how many celebrities are worried about this trial?
So that is interesting to me because I think during opening statements, we were expecting to hear from the prosecution or the defense something like, you're going to see these sex tapes involving this celebrity and that celebrity, and J-Lo's going to come forward and talk about what happened in 1999. There was nothing like that at all. I don't think we're going to hear from any celebrities. If we are, I think it's going to be maybe towards the end, and it's going to be very low key. But what we were told is that we were going to hear from Cassie, from another victim named Jane, and a former employee named Mia, who was allegedly assaulted by Diddy, as well as we'd see evidence of text messages, emails, and we'd actually see freak-off videos. But the defense says that these videos don't come from the 2024 raid of Diddy's house. They actually come from Cassie's devices.
Okay, all right. Lauren Conlon, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.